Hi guys, hi everyone. It's me, Ghost Girl again, and in the woods again. It was quite a journey to get here, and had to go through a few conflicts with certain individuals to get here. So what happened was, there was this woman with a dog, and she just totally wasn't respecting the 2 metre guideline, like the social distancing. So there was this woman, a wee boy and her dog, and a wee boy was like running away the path, and I was trying to get away from them and they just weren't going away. And then the woman just kind of gave me the evils, and I was just like, we're meant to be distancing ourselves from our people, and you are giving me the evils because I don't want to be near your wee boy, right, whatever. And then a wee boy was like throwing the ball everywhere, and really she should have been saying to our little boy, like, don't fling your ball about the place, stay on the path. But no, she just let him do it. And then the wee boy flung the ball towards me, the little devil that he was. Then the dog got the ball and came running towards me, and I actually freaked. I know, I've heard that animals don't actually spread the virus, but that's not really the point. The point is that they should have been away from me, and they weren't. They were too close for comfort, let's just say that. And I was like saying to the dog, no, stay. And then the woman was like, oh, he's friendly. I was like, it doesn't matter if he's friendly. You're meant to be keeping away from people. And then she looked over at her wee boy and she was like, oh, she obviously doesn't like dogs. I was like, no, actually, I do like dogs. I was like to her, there's a pandemic. You might be staying away from people, you stupid idiot. And then she just kind of walked away like in a huff, like, huh. I was like, well, you're not meant to be going near people. And I know it's not like the little boy's fault, but like she should have been telling her wee boy to stay away from people. And to be honest, she should have had a dog on the lead anyway. We were on a public pathway. We were like walking down an alleyway. It's not as if the dog was like roaming down the park or whatever. It was actually like on a public kind of walkway. So she really should have had the dog on the lead anyway. And then there was this other stupid wife that wasn't respecting the social distancing, and she was like just walking at like 100 miles an hour, and she wasn't making any effort whatsoever to like make a gap. So I had to actually physically go off the path and walk onto the grass, and she didn't even look at me. She just kept talking on her phone to whoever it was that she was talking to. But I'm like, really, was whoever you were talking to on the phone that important that you couldn't have just moved? People are just not respecting the social distances at all, and I don't think people have enough respect for this disease, because they're not respecting the social distancing rules. Like, the rules are stay inside unless you need to go shopping to the supermarket or whatever's still open. You can go outside for a walk, which is basically what I'm doing, but also with making videos and that, and stay 2 meters away from people. People are not staying away from people doing the 2 meters. So it's fucking annoying. I spent most of the journey here trying to avoid people. It is ridiculous. So anyway, now that I'm done with my little rant, it is time to get on with today's video, which is a part 2 to my awful neighbours. And today, I mentioned this neighbour in my last video, Jack. I'm going to be talking about him and his alcoholicness. He's an alcoholic. And I don't have anything against like people that have alcoholics. I know it's like a kind of mental health issues and people have all got their way of dealing with these things, but it's the stuff that him and his daughter have done and the amount of trouble and chaos that they've caused like in our neighbourhood is what I'm going on about, not the fact that he's an alcoholic. It's about what he's actually like done. With a hair in my mouth. I'm hoping we'll see the deer again. If we do, hopefully I'll be able to turn around my camera in time. They were that fast last time, the deer, but hopefully we'll get a chance to see them again. So basically, when in my last video I done a video on Psycho Eileen and what happened to her. So basically Jack is the person that moved in to Eileen's old house after Psycho Eileen left. So basically we lost one nightmare neighbour and got another nightmare neighbour, but at least you can have a conversation with the man. He's not as bad as Eileen, I suppose, in a way, but then Eileen didn't have certain issues that we're having to put up with Jack. So basically, Jack moved into the house, I think maybe a year ago now. He moved into the house with his daughter. Like, I saw like Eileen and that moving out, like I seen like a big move out, like moving van, and then when Jack and his daughter came in, I seen another moving van and I seen them coming in. I kind of briefly seen the daughter, and well, I've only really seen Jack, like I never really seen Jack until like later on. I think like a few months ago he had a parcel delivered to his house, and it was like for my mum, so I went to his door to get the parcel off him. But other than that, I've not really met him before. Like I've seen him like cutting about in that, but like not enough to like actually say that I know him properly. But I still don't like him just because he's a nightmare neighbour and he does like cause trouble and is like annoying. So basically, Jack is an alcoholic and his daughter's a junkie. The daughter was dealing when she lived with him, and we were having again the same problem with Psycho Eileen and her daughter. A lot of dodgy looking characters turning up to the house, hanging about the clothes, hanging about the back garden, and we had like the same problems we did with Psycho Eileen, like the drugs and finding drugs like in the clothes and all that. We found heroin in the clothes again. Can't even tell you how many times we found drugs in that house now, and cannabis again in the clothes. It's just, I've lost count of how many times I've actually found like drugs in that in the clothes. Lost count. So anyway, then we had this. So anyway, she was dealing, and what happened? She basically she was taking the drugs as well. Like she was a dealer and a junkie, and she was basically got like high all the time. And one time she went like psycho with the drugs, and she attacked her dad with a knife, and she stabbed Jack. And I feel bad for Jack that way. Like, imagine his own daughter like stabbing him. Like, what a sick bitch. But then I've heard like other sides of the stories, like apparently Jack was like a bad dad and all that, and he was mean to her and stuff. So you don't really know who to believe in this story, because it's like you hear like that many stories about him and that you just don't know like what's true. Like, I heard stories that he used to be a dealer, and the police where he lives were always at his door and that, and the neighbours were complaining about him, and the neighbours didn't get on about him, and there was big massive fights and that, and that's why he had to move, and that's why he had to move to our neighbourhood. So basically that happened, and the police were at our door. They're at our door every 3 months. The police are at our door asking about Jack, and it is ridiculous. Like, he's been there a year, so like 4 times the police have been out our door asking about him in the space of a year. It is like ridiculous. Like, my mum's getting fed up with like the police coming to our door, and I've never been really good at like answering the door to like strangers and that. It's just like really awkward. I've got like a lot of like social issues when it comes to that. So yeah, it's really awkward for me. It's really frustrating for my mum. She's getting tired of it. But he's a proper alcoholic. Like, every month when we're emptying, like when the bins get emptied, his bin is just full of like beer bottles and that. It is like ridiculous. And my mum thinks she's getting this thing called alcoholic brain syndrome, where it's like they've been drinking that long that they just kind of forget things. Like, they forget who they are, who they're talking to and all that. Like, it's kind of like, is it Alzheimer's or something like that, but it's like alcohol that causes it. And he was talking to my mum like a couple of days ago, like outside, and he couldn't remember who he was, where he was, who my mum was, why he was here, where he lived. It was just mental. So yeah, my mum thinks that he's got alcoholic brain damage, and he is quite old, so it might just be an old people thing. But then he's like a heavy drinker, like as I said before, with the mad alcoholic brain damage thing. And that is the type of things that I need to put up with in my neighbourhood. Just alcoholics and junkies. There's also like another dealer like who lives in my street, and she's had like a lot of dodgy like characters like hanging about in her bit and that, and people are like trying to get her like out the house, but the neighbours have not really had much success with that. I've also got like very nosy neighbours. Like, there's like these neighbours that there's this man who like stares at me from his window, so I've like had to like keep my blinds like permanently shut so that he doesn't look in. There's also another little wee lassie that like every time I'm eating my breakfast in the morning, like in the kitchen, she'll like come to the window and like stick the middle fingers up at me and that. So I've like stopped eating breakfast in the kitchen and just started eating like in the living room or my own room. And also there's like another guy that'll stand to the window with like his back face to the window, like just standing there, and he'll just stand there for hours, and I'm like, what the fuck is like going on with him? So yeah, I've got like some really awful neighbours. I might do another video on just like the general like nosy neighbours, like, cause there's like a flat like further down where I live, like these blue flats. There's like the flats where we live in, then there's a house next to that, and then you've got like the blue flats, also known the 4th housing flats, also known as the Junkie Flats. I might do a video about them. If you'd like to see that, please comment down below. Like this video, subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification bell down below so that you'll be notified when my next videos come out. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.